the parallel market will be overturned. Sources: upcoming decisions from the central bank that will confuse the markets and raise exchange rate. It's interesting they don't say which exchange rate. Quote, he stated the decisions are likely to raise the dollar exchange rate in the parallel market. When they say raise the dollar exchange rate, that's not good for us. That means the dollar is rising up against the dinar. On the black market, people are getting 1,505 dinars for every $1. Which is much higher than the 1,320 for every dollar, the official exchange rate. It's getting out of whack again. As it gets harder and harder to get the US dollar, you're going to see the black market really start to increase. I'm curious to see what kind of decisions the central bank is going to make. The parallel market will be upended. Quote, expected decision from the central bank will confuse markets and raise exchange rates. These decisions will lead to an increase in the dollar exchange rate. When you're talking about the parallel market, you're talking about a black market, an illegal market, that's subverting the platforms to get the dollar. That's coming to an end, they're saying. Parallel market, you're going to have a problem. If you don't fix it, you're going to get hurt, if you're holding dollars and not dinar. They're giving them, Iraqi citizens using the black markets, numerous warnings to get out of the dollar. 5 oil and gas laws in Parliament. A big delegation including Alak, he went to Erbil for the economic meeting. There was a closed meeting after the main meeting. We expect it was mainly about the oil and gas, HCL they have been talking to us about. Frank, this is all monetary reform education. Another big one over the weekend is. Folks are commenting from Iraq that they now have control over their own oil revenues. If this is a fact, it means that bills have been paid and we are about to see the official announcement that Iraq is out of Chapter 7. This is huge. We know they met all the requirements some time ago. But it now appears they now have full control of their oil revenues. This is a huge piece. We just need an official announcement before we can set up the band and have a party. The parallel market will be upended. Sources: expected decisions from the central bank will confuse markets and raise exchange rates. Urgent. Quote, the central bank will issue new decisions regarding foreign currency prices and the method of trading them within Iraq. The aim of these decisions is to limit currency smuggling, or its monopoly by the weak-willed. Al-Sudani's advisor reveals the results of the discussions between the Central Bank of Iraq and the US Federal Reserve. Community comment, hopefully one step closer to the long-awaiting financial reforms. These steps are all good. And for Iraq to ever raise the value, they need these reforms along with diversifying their economy. Looks like things are ready to kick off. I am getting news that Iraq is ready to put the dinar on Forex. If that happens, the RV will start. Inflation in Iraq slightly increased in July. Article. Quote, inflation in Iraq reached approximately 3.7% in August of 2023 compared to 4.4% in August of 2022, despite the rise in inflation in Iraq's neighboring countries. In other words, Iraq has done a great job keeping inflation down. That's what it is we're looking for. The Iraqi Economic Observatory revealed, on Tuesday, the volume of Iraq's oil exports during the month of August, which amounted to more than 108 million barrels. The Iraqi Economic Observatory said in a press release that the Ministry of Oil has been delaying the issuance of preliminary data on Iraqi oil exports for some time, which was announced at the beginning of each month, as well as not announcing the average price of a barrel of Iraqi oil in the final data. He added that according to the initial data monitored by the Iraqi Economic Observatory, Iraq's exports during last August amounted to about 108 million barrels, at a rate of 3.47 million barrels per day. The observatory confirmed that China came in first place in Iraq's exports, with 42% of the total sales in August, as China alone bought more than 45.3 million barrels, followed by India with 24%, which amounted to more than 26 million barrels, and 6 European countries, which constituted 17%, more than 18 million barrels. He added that South Korea bought more than 6.8 million barrels. The observatory also indicated that Iraq has two types of crude oil that it sells to global markets, medium and heavy, noting that Iraq's oil sales were 77% medium crude and 23% heavy crude. According to statistics from the Iraqi Economic Observatory, the largest buyer of Iraqi oil during the month of August was the Chinese company Sinopec, followed by the Indian oil company. The Iraqi Ministry of Oil announced at the end of last August that the total oil exports achieved for last July exceeded 108 million barrels of crude, according to the final statistics issued by the Iraqi Oil Marketing Company, SOM.